ladies. Carolyn, first here's what happened in Carolyn Toss podcast. This season is so special. Something that I've realized the show does in a very smart and very subtle way is a lot of it is about breaking stereotypes and preconceptions people have of Black women and Black people. And like two of my favorite sketches from all of the seasons is like the episodes set in biblical times, like with Mary Magdalene and like the three wise men. And then there's I call it the hootie hoo girls, like the gangsters, but the Club Med
gangsters. The Coral Reefs, yes.
I love those because they're like setting like for Mary Magdalene and those the biblical times is about kind of like making us think about these women and these people in a completely different way than what we know of in the Bible. And for the hootie hoo girls, like it's like they have the gangster. I read that's what I think of in my head. And
I like
it. They're gangsters, but like they're all about like connecting with each other and supporting each other. And
corporate responsibility. Yeah.
So I want each of you to talk about your favorite skits and characters and why they are the ones that matter most to you, or why they're the ones that you connect with the most, because those are the two sets of skits that I love like dearly. I'm like, I love those ones the best.
Well, I love your voice.
She's going to steal it.
I'm Barbadian, so if you're hearing an accent, that's where it's coming from.
I'm loving every bit of it. I'm lost in everything you said because I was just studying you. Anyway, for me, I agree. I think the biblical ones are so fun because we get to improvise and we just never know what's hidden in the pocket. So we come in and we're so in the characters that for me, that's like the most fun to do. Also, the gang sketches are so fun because our wardrobe is just absolutely ridiculous. And the background actors who come in on that day are just so happy to be in the gang. So just all day, they're like, yeah, you ready? I'm like, all right, okay. But I just enjoy when we're in a big group because that way we're all getting to play the game, and it really becomes a sport at that point. It's fun.
My favorite characters are always ones that allow me to do any type of big fun movement. I don't move my body as much as I did in my 20s. I'm 42. I didn't have 4 kids in this life of mine. Amen. So anytime I'm getting to do a character that gets to do big, loud movements, even though I regret it the next day, when we're doing it, it is like joy, literal joy is radiating from me. Because when do we get to do that as grown adults? We're supposed to act calm, be collected. So anytime I have the opportunity to do some sort of big, fun, it doesn't matter if it's dancing or if it's just the way the character moves in space. Those are the characters that I really am attracted to. So that's the answer for me.
Just piggybacking off of what these two lovely women said, I love the group stuff. I love the physical stuff. I would just go ahead and shout out a specific sketch. The Courtroom Kiki is my all-time favorite. It's the first sketch that I had ever seen from the show, and it was what made me go back and start streaming it. But you look at, Yvette, and you look at Issa, Robin, Gab, and then Skye came in. Just over the seasons, that was kind of like what's Holy Trinity, but for like 5 people. I don't know. It was just like, it's like all these comedic greats, these Black women who I've seen in different shows growing up in all different eras of my life, coming together and making something great. And then coming up, I got to, be a part of that and see how everybody worked and see the behind the scenes thing. And that was just a huge testament that hard work pays off and dreams come true. And these are real people that have also worked hard. And you can just learn by just being quiet and just watching. And that's what I did. And I remember I got home the day after, we filmed that. And I was just like talking to my mom, like, Mom, this was so great. This was blah, 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 blah. Because I had just been watching it for so many years. So shout out to the Courtroom Kiki and, the Black Lady Cinematic Universe where there's court for all Black women and nothing else.
Yes. And we're no one goes to jail.
Yes. So coming from being a fan of the show to then being a part of the show, I would definitely agree with DaMya, Courtroom Kiki, pretty much any sketch that made me feel like moments in reality, like super relatable moments in reality. So anytime I walk into a room and I take note of the fact that there's Black women, it's like, oh my God. I remember one time after we started filming, I was on a plane going somewhere and I had to get a middle seat at the last minute. And the girl on my left was a Black girl, the girl on my right was a Black girl. And I remember in my head singing Black Lady Airline. And I knew I was like, I don't know if they're gonna get it or not, but anything that watching that really just made me feel like I could relate to it were like some of my favorite sketches. Definitely the coral reefs were just so funny. Because coming from DC, the complete opposite side of the country, you only have like what you've seen on television of that particular demographic of people. So to see it flipped on its head is just so hilarious. And then personally playing the characters, anything where I get to completely just change who I am, anything where you no longer see Tamara and Tamara gets to become another person. And one sketch in particular is coming out, but I don't know if we're supposed to talk about sketches coming up. So you guys will have to watch. But the sketches where I am completely a different person are my favorite ones to play. But anything that we're all together, like those were the best days of filming for me and like memories that I they felt like summer camp memories that I will carry for the rest of my life with these beautiful women.
That's right, media training. She said, you're gonna have to watch. I know that's right, girl.
I know, I'm so sorry. Can we just cut mine out? I'm so sorry.
You didn't give anything away. It was in the trailer. You're fine.
Yeah.
And for you, Bridget, as a director, what are any particular scripts and or skits that stand out to you?
Oh, my favorite
Ones
sketch.
that we cut, ones that we cut that she can't get.
But Baptism Runs on Duncan. Girls Tripping, because everybody was in it and it was so much fun doing a music video. And
Yeah, explain what they are, because I don't know if everybody knows the titles off it.
okay, so Baptism Runs on Duncan, we get we have recurring characters. So the fun thing about this season, and you know, we've done this in past seasons, but there's sketches that are not necessarily recurring sketches with all the same characters, but have recurring characters in them. So Baptism Runs on Duncan brings back some of our favorite characters. They are in a church/basketball arena, and that's all. It's a slam dunk contest in a church setting. And that just makes me want to watch. I don't know what will. And you'll see, you'll see the guest actors in this, the recurring cast, just everything about it. There's music. You die a little bit. It's so good. Great. What? Yeah, it makes you want to die. So good, you die a little bit.
I'm dead.
Oh, that kind of dead. Okay, Gab, thank you. That helps.
Uni's like, oh, why did we invite her? Girls Trippin' is a music video on an airplane. Well, we'll just say there's plane theme. It's a music video. Our whole cast is in it. It is so funny. Not only is it funny, the song is legitimately so freaking good and was written by our team, and it will be in your head like Lego movie. This song's gonna get stuck inside your head. It's so amazing. What else? I loved It's Getting Heistier in here. It's a recurring sketch. You saw these ladies last season. It's our core cast just being even more hilarious and silly. And I think it just encapsulates what this season is. It's just so silly in the best way. Like we would sit at monitor and be like, this is so stupid. Like in our wildest dreams, we couldn't have imagined it being this stupid and wonderful. So I think those, I could honestly go on and on. I wrote down my favorites. It's like 20 sketches, but like all the ones that have been mentioned, The Manger, We Merc, you're gonna see Omarion again. You're gonna really enjoy it. I can't, just stay tuned because every episode is just mwah.
All right, I'm gonna go now. For me, Girls Tripping was the most fun because, and not because of what ends up happening on camera, that is also very hilarious. But the dance rehearsals beforehand were quite funny. And I'm a trash dancer. And so our choreographer, Chloe Arnold, who's amazing, would be like, okay, cool. Robin, why don't you go to the back? And but it was so cool because it was one of the first times where we got to really utilize the triple threats of all of these women in this new group, right? Like Skye and Gab had been dancing and singing and all of that stuff, but we didn't really know until we started the rehearsals what we were going to get out of the voices of these new women and the choreography skills. And I remember me and Skye are over there watching Angel do this choreography. And we like, she showed her half a time. How does she know all of this already? We were like, Angel, can you teach us? Like,
You're like, Angel in the front, Angel in the front, Angel in the front.
Angel in the front, Angel in the front. But they were all so good and it looks so freaking good. And our production design team, our Emmy nominated production design team, created the inside of an airplane in like 2 days. It was just really, really cool. Everything came together. The other thing I'll give you guys as insider information about is that wasn't supposed to be the big music video we were going to do. We had a whole parody of the musical Chicago that we were going to do that we could not get cleared. So we had this beautiful song that our writers wrote, and then me and one of our head writers and another one of our writers had to sit down and rewrite a whole new song after the writer's room was done. So we were in prep, trying to clear a new song, the cast, we were like, are you guys okay if we talk about fucking on an airplane? And they were like, yeah. So, I mean, it was just like, it came together in a short amount of time that normally a music video and cleared music and new lyrics and all this stuff would have taken weeks and weeks and weeks. So for me, when those things happen, it's meant to be, and it was just easy and fun. So yeah, I loved it. We learned a lot about each other that day on set. I cannot say what Skye told Skye and I on set. Skye, do you remember? Yep. Okay. We can't share that because it's X-rated, but we didn't know. It was just like a really fun time. It was just a really fun time, and it looked so great. And the crew that day, Bridget, they come up to us and they go, this is the greatest day of our lives. Literally, I was like, what? It was just so much fun. So I'm excited for that to translate on screen.
And for me, I always enjoy, you guys have covered the gamut of basically all the great things, right? And what I love is that the show is smart by bringing back some of these staple sketches and characters and then learning a way to like plop them in the characters in other worlds within the show. But like, obviously we touched on, the Black Lady Courtroom and the gang sketches and the biblical sketches, which I say all the time. When I first read the very first the Last Supper, one of the most brilliant sketches ever written. Shout out to Miss Robin Thede.
No, Holly Walker wrote that one. I wrote the other two. Holly Walker wrote the last.
Okay. Well, Holly Walker, all of that, like amazing. But what I also love is that the opening sequences that we do every season. I'm looking forward to how that turns out because it's a treat for us. Like every year we get to
I'm trying not to spoil because the audience has no idea what that's going to be. But
yeah, so they never know, and then we get excited when we get the information, and then like Robin was saying, this year being able to utilize other talents, being able to record music and do dance choreography. I love physical comedy, so playing the gang sketch and even little stuff like spinning as Mary Magdalene, like girl, sit still. But this year I actually get to like dance. So it's really fun to just be in this world of just silliness. And then I love this season. There's a lot of period pieces and like costumes that kind of take us into different worlds and spaces. So that I'm looking forward to a lot as well.
Great. Thank you so much for all of your great answers and references. And the music video one, I caught the TLC reference, the silk pajamas. I'm like, yes, I come through. Thank you so much, ladies.
For the culture. Mm-hmm.